Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a long time coming, so I've decided as I come back, I come with my friends. Let them introduce themselves.
Hi guys, my name is Jemeli Sang from Jemeli Sang Advocates based in Eldoret.
Hi everyone, my name is Dorcas Gitonga. I work in-house as a programs officer at an NGO called Kelin.
Okay, and I'm Ruth Chanui from Ruth Chanui and Company Advocates. Thank you for being part of this channel. So today we are going to talk about the lessons we have learned so far as advocates. I think between us we are, Dorcas, 6 years.
Yes, this is my 2018, that's 5 years.
Yeah, because she was admitted in 2018, then the two of us were admitted in 2019, Valentine's Day.
Yes.
This is now 6th, 5th, around 5th and 6th between us.
Yeah, so we've just decided to share the lessons learned and some takeaways which it can help people, because I think there's some perception out there that there's perfection to be put into the profession, and everyone's experience is different. And since we have worked in different areas in the profession, I think it's going to be valuable. Yes. So I think I'll start. For me, I think the first thing is comparison. That is what kills a lot of people. I think you've noticed, like, you go to social media, you see this ad, your classmate in KSL or maybe in law school is driving a Prado. And for you now, you feel at this stage, I work paycheck to paycheck. I barely can pay my bills. But please avoid comparison, because even you don't know what these other people are exactly doing. But don't compare yourself with others. Your journey is different. Compare yourself with your previous self from the other year. And you'll get to enjoy your journey more if you don't compare. Because growth is different, and then people's success come differently. So if it's a job you're looking for, just be patient. And comparison will make you do something you don't want.
And it's the thief of joy.
It's like starting your own farm is better than employment. Or it's like working in, or Dorcas is in the international sector. Let me go also meet there. Or Jemeli has her own farm. Let me also start my own farm.
It's true.
Just avoid comparison. Do what you feel is right for you. It may take time to grow, but comparison is the thief of joy.
And just to add to what you're saying, success means different things for different people. So for one person, your success may mean having a master's and going to teach in a university. And for me, maybe success does not look like that to me. So when you keep comparing yourself to another person, it appears like you're taking another person's version of what success is. You should define for yourself what success is to you.
Or just when you have your own goal of what you want to achieve, stick to that.
And actually compare yourself to your previous goals. Have you achieved
what you had put yourself
in.
Oh, interesting. So I'm next. So for me, I think communication skills. And from my perspective, I'm sure it would mean different things from depending on where you work. But for me, in my experience, communication skills is very key, especially for us in the NGO sector where you're dealing with donors. And sometimes donors, there's even language barrier. So you need to really communicate very clearly, as well as we are known to speak a lot of legalese and big words. So even knowing how to communicate to your clients, now for those in practice, I think, knowing how to clearly communicate to your client about this. I've seen clients who come and then they're like, this lawyer never tells me when the matter is coming up for court. They think you're lying to them that you even went to court and got orders or something. So being very clear in your communication, whether you're in private practice, whether you're in the NGO field, because again, you'll need to communicate. Your role is then to pass information in a way that is understood by everybody and the people you're working with. So I think building your communication skills, even in writing. Sometimes you read demand letters from lawyers and you wonder why.
Oh my God.
Why? Who is it targeted at? Just being very clear in communication, because that also helps even when you go to court, when you're appearing before a judicial officer. It's very clear.
Or even with clients, communicating to your clients, because communication is everything. Because even though you have some submission you need to do and you haven't done it on time and the client is expecting it, just communicate.
Important. My point is time management. Time management, I feel, is very valuable and core for any advocate, because time management involves going to court on time, having diarized your matter so that you don't miss out on it. Also filing of documents. We are guided by the civil procedure rules, which is very strict. filing of matters.
Yeah.
So time management
Yeah.
is a valuable lesson
Yeah,
that
it's
I've
very-
learned.
It's true.
Yeah, time management.
For sure.
Yeah, because sometimes you have to file within 14
14
days.
days.
Time, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to seek leave of court, and court
Yeah.
has the discretion to
Discretion.
say no,
Yeah.
and it will
Exactly.
affect your case. Because
Yeah.
imagine you need to add supplementary documents,
Yeah,
and court
yeah.
says no.
Yes.
Yeah, time
It's
management
true.
is
Yeah.
something very
Important.
important. It's
Very
very key.
Even for us in the NGO, our time management involves, for instance, reports going out on time to
Yeah.
donors. And at the end of the day, you're audited based on, did a certain report go out on time?
Yeah.
So if you're not, then again, it means you're not meeting the contractual obligations.
Yes.
You may not be eligible for another round of funding or something. So
Yeah.
I think overall, I think in every sector, as long as
Time
you're a lawyer,
yeah,
you must
time
adhere to
management.
timelines that were, and it's, I think it even speaks to your ethics.
Yes.
Because if you're not adhering to times agreed upon,
Yeah.
then yeah, it may be an
It's an
issue.
issue.
Yes. So the other point I would say is investing in yourself, especially let's say education wise. If maybe you want to be a commercial lawyer, a company lawyer,
Yeah.
at least do something like certified secretary, become a certified secretary, or even adding something like arbitration,
Yeah.
mediation. Like I think just make sure it doesn't have to be even masters,
Yes.
but there are many small courses you can take up
Yeah.
and at least upgrade. Because sometimes we find someone is, even though you're a client and you're looking for someone to handle your company matter, and this person, apart from being a lawyer, generally also is a certified secretary.
Exactly.
You'll be more
another
inclined.
advantage.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's an added advantage. But I was also thinking, I think some people do something that is in your area of expertise. Just you don't be like, Jamel is doing arbitration. I think I should also do arbitration.
Unafuata.
Yeah.
It's not what you're passionate about.
Yes, so invest yourself in the areas where you are. You can just do research and see the areas where the area you feel you're confident in, and then you add on. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think my next point is related to what you're saying about passion.
Yes.
Because I think we should all be so passionate about what we do.
Yeah.
That way it will come so naturally.
Yes.
Because the moment you're not very passionate about it, it looks like you're forcing. I'm sure you've seen professionals who they are so unmotivated about what they do, and probably it's because they're not very passionate about what they do. Even the reason why they will just follow the crowd and do CPS because everyone is doing is because already they don't know what they're passionate about, and therefore they will go with the crowd. I've learned that if you want to enjoy what you do, you just have to build passion, and sometimes passion inakujanga tu na you have done it and now you just enjoy doing it.
Yeah, it's something,
because
yeah.
majority of us when we started, me I didn't know I'd be passionate about matters of human rights, etc. But after I started doing it is when I built that kind of passion for it. So I think loving what you do, and if you start doing it and you're like, I
This is
don't
not for
enjoy
me.
it, just you can easily, it's quite a diverse field. You can move to another one and another one. So like the way you wrote a book, best-selling condensing book, and you see that one you found your passion.
Conversing is my passion, so it came naturally.
Yeah, even writing the book was not a struggle.
Yes.
Marketing the book is not a struggle because it's something you enjoy.
And also it gives you confidence. Because you're like, this is the area I'm good in.
Exactly.
So you feel that confidence of even sharing knowledge in that area.
Exactly.
Yes.
Another point is building networks. Because I believe every advocate, if you don't have a network, it will be a challenge for you. Because you need networks in the court, you need networks with your colleagues, you need networks with your clients. Because at times maybe you need a pleading on something that you have never worked on. So if you don't have someone like a colleague who you can call to give you a precedent, you're left stranded. At times you need filing or assistance with something. You don't have the contacts of any clerk. At times you see the way you're building networks, if you are able to handle a client, they'll also recommend other clients. So building networks is important because, as they say, your network is your net worth. So it's something that you have to build, whether you like it or not.
And it makes your work efficient because, for instance, if it's conveyancing and you know the right people,
you
won't do a transfer for 3 months compared to someone who can do it in a week.
Exactly.
Yes. And also our profession is enclosed in a way.
Yeah,
There's no way.
it's so small.
Yeah, it's so small. It's an enclosed profession. Yeah.
For sure.
So the other thing I would say is know yourself. Know what makes you unique. I think the problem with our profession, the way we have said it's enclosed, I think we try to copy each other so much. Yeah, because you know your strengths.
Yeah.
What makes me stand out?
Yeah.
Like for even for instance, when like marketing your farm
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
I know I have like in
It's a
sharing online,
content,
social
sharing
media.
content, social media. I know that's my strength, so
Yeah.
I make sure I use it for my
Yeah,
own benefit.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because people are different. Then there are other people like having networks, like
Yeah.
communicating with a lot of people and everything. They
Yes.
are good at that. You may
Yeah.
find for you that's not your strength. Yeah, it's something you should do, but it's not your strength.
Yeah.
So always find. I think know yourself. Not even when you're making your decision, make them. Because when you're talking with Jamel, we
Yeah.
realize sometimes you make decisions based on society.
Exactly.
Or maybe what your friend, because your friend will always tell you something
Yeah.
that not from a bad place of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah,
but for
exactly.
them what they feel is right.
Yeah.
But for you, sometimes it reaches a point in you feel like you
Yeah.
should do something that you feel it's for, even
for
to your
you.
strength.
Exactly.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah.
Exactly for you. Yeah.
For sure. That's such a good way to put it. And then another thing I think related to my point is having integrity.
Yeah.
And there you're saying it's a small profession. Reputation is very key.
Yeah.
Things just go around and you know the moment you do one thing,
Yeah.
you know there are not many advocates,
Yeah.
especially like for Jam in the North Rift region. I'm sure everybody almost knows
knows
everybody,
each other.
even in Nairobi and other areas.
Yeah.
So when you mess up a client
Yeah.
and you think people won't know,
Yeah.
it will come back,
Back
to, you.
to you.
So your reputation is really like your key. That is what people depend on. And you know, in I think our this profession, trust is what people, unlike other professions where you can just, people actually refer to people based on trust.
on trust,
Your previous work. Nobody will want to go to a lawyer who previously was heard that he ate clients' money or something. So your reputation and integrity in this profession is so key.
Yeah.
So maintaining your and not wanting shortcuts. I think someone mentioned that.
Yes.
Not wanting shortcuts, just doing it the right way. And and your reputation will speak for itself.
Yes. Yes. True.
So another thing, though I might be new in that, is business management skills.
Yeah.
I believe once you set up your own farm, there are systems that you should put in place to allow you to operate your farm properly.
Yeah.
That is having paid up your practicing certificate,
Yeah.
always being updated with your continuous practicing the CPD,
CPD
points,
points, yeah.
to be up to date, setting up the accounts and separating them, the office account and the client account, and ensuring that the money don't end up mixing.
Yeah.
Taking up the provisional indemnity cover for your farm, having an accountant to calculate for you the taxes that you're required to pay, because I believe once you do a business in a legal way, you'll avoid a lot of loopholes that might end up sinking your business and not allowing you to operate, because you can't just be saying I'm just running an office, but you don't have any systems in place. The business is bound to fail, and if you wish to have it run long term, you also have to put in systems that allow you for your business to prosper and to go the long haul.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then you have said it's a business. I think sometimes you get also when starting out.
Yeah.
I went in not thinking it as a business.
As a business,
Yeah. So you find sometimes your farm is, your account is empty, but you are busy.
You're busy.
Yeah, you always
So with an accountant, at least you know, like even the accountant can even. If you have a good
Yes.
accountant, they can even be telling, hey, you're not bringing in good money. Yeah, so it will help, or maybe you can now adjust like even your charges.
Yeah.
You may find you're
Exactly.
charging well less, so that's why you find yourself you're busy and maybe you don't have enough
And
money.
actually putting records for everything, because now once you have the systems in place, when you're purchasing things, you're able to document and having the filing system that is proper. In case of any dispute, you're able to come and show that this is what I've been making, this is the expenses.
Yeah, but that's so true.
So it can help even change strategy. You're like,
Yeah.
this is how I've been doing things.
Yes.
Now I need to change.
Yeah.
Because you're seeing also where the money is going.
Yeah.
Because even for a file, if someone is paying you 80,000,
Yeah.
then because you're documenting, you realize,
Yeah.
hey, this one I'm spending 10,000.
10,000,
Yeah.
So meaning I'm charging less.
Yes.
Exactly.
So you find the
Very
profit when you remove the expenses, the
Yeah.
profit is less.
Yes.
So you now adjust your pricing.
Your pricing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
to capture that. Oh, thank you. So for me, I think my last point would be about understanding the dynamic legal systems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That cuts across the laws that keep changing. There are always new laws, and court keeps pronouncing itself on various aspects. And so and as we know, case law also forms part of Kenyan laws. So sometimes court has interpreted a certain law a certain way, and if you're not up to speed, you'll keep thinking this is how this law should be interpreted. So as lawyers, we are called upon to keep ourselves up to date with the changing legal laws, what court is hearing which matters, etc, what bills are currently in parliament, and what's the effect of those bills in case they are passed. What are the most recent cases, especially for us who are in the NGO world, and you probably advocate for a specific thing. You must really be very well versed with all the everything that about that specific thing. I know there are people who advocate for climate change, so you should know what are the laws currently that are affecting climate change. If it's, for instance, reproductive rights, what are the laws that are affecting that? What are the gaps in law, so that you know what you're advocating for. Even when you're requesting maybe for donor funding, you know what are the gaps you're looking at in terms of laws and policies. So you should also know what laws have been repealed, because on a day-to-day basis laws are repealed, and you keep hearing somebody quoting a law that is already repealed. And I know it's also the same even for people in practice. You can't go before court and start quoting a repealed law.
Yeah, true. And then there's also the small claims. It has been introduced to make things
a bit
simpler.
easier.
So as an advocate, can you imagine if you don't know like the limit for a small claims is 1 million? Then you begin taking a matter. And normally by this, if the matter has ended, you can't take it to another court. If it's maybe 2 million, it's supposed to be awarded, that court only has a jurisdiction for 1 million. So they give you 1 million, and because of res judicata, you can't decide like
now move it to
let me take it to a chief
you're only
magistrate.
allowed to appeal to the High Court, and whatever the High Court will rule, you can't now go to the Court of Appeal.
And start saying that. So it's important to be to understand everything, all the aspects of the small claims. So I think you can even, the Small Claims Act is not that big. At least you can, or even on issue.
Pages.
And then there's also a jurisdiction aspect. You can't take a land dispute matter or an employment matter to the small claims. So you find as an advocate, you rush a matter, an employment matter there, and then it reaches the time for like the other advocate files a PO.
Exactly.
And you have wasted time for your client and everything.
And also the Victim Protection Act recently introduced that the victims can be represented. Initially, they could have someone watching their brief, but they couldn't address the court. They could only address the court through the prosecution advocate. But right now, they are allowed to represent fully the victims.
But then before it was basically watching. You don't even talk.
You don't even talk.
But that has changed.
So you see, if you are not aware, you might be there watching.
Continue
brief.
watching, just watching.
Or maybe you are opposing the counsel addressing, then you are told read the laws.
It can be very embarrassing. Everybody's there wondering what law. This is my lawyer, and even knowing, like understanding even why the Small Claims Court came into place. Is to protect
small business owners. Because there are people now sometimes used to feel this is little money.
Exactly.
For me to go through that process for my case to take 3 years. Because small claims has a limit of 2 months.
Exactly.
In 2 months. So at least that helps.
And I also think even as advocates, we are called upon to identify what gaps are there and try to push, because I think some of the things you usually see, like a law has been repealed, it's lawyers who went to court and fought for such a clause to be declared unconstitutional or something. So even as if you feel like a section of law is unconstitutional or something.
Okay, so the last point I would say is just know that no one has it all figured out. Everyone is just trying things, because I think sometimes that's what gives us pressure. Because you're trying this, because sometimes before you actually know this is what I really want, you have tried a lot of things. So if in a place where you're not sure what you want, and you're seeing other people are already going for what they want, don't pressure yourself. Don't worry yourself, because you will eventually get to know. Because it's better you take your time until you get to know exactly what you want. Because sometimes, and it's okay to change, because sometimes you may decide maybe to start your own farm and you see it's not working and you want to go to employment, don't feel embarrassed about it. they just go. Or sometimes maybe you're in employment and you feel you want to go back, you want to do good self-employment. That's okay. Let it. The important thing is let it be your own personal decision that you have tried this both, and it's normally good if you have tried both. Because if you're in employment, you come to self-employment, you already know this is what I want. And if it was vice versa, because also me, I remember, as I said, I went to employment, and at least right now I'm so sure I have to make this one work because I know I don't want to go to employment. So don't pressure yourself. No one. I don't think no one in life has everything figured out.
True.
Yeah. So I think that's the end. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom.
Yeah, thank you for having us. It's good for having.
Yeah, and you also have someone behind, our executive producer.
Yes.
Amy. Hi. Thank you. She's the one who has made this conversation this perfect. And we are also shooting. I think you can see the background. We are in Lamu.
Kwenye beach.
We came for a mini vacation. So if you hear any background noise, please understand. Those who know Lamu, you know our houses are literally together. Yeah, so there's no way, but at least we have taken that. My friends, thank you. At least you have decided to bring in to share this wisdom. Thank you so much for watching until this part. I hope this video has been impactful. We have taken a few takeaways.
And enjoyed it. You can like,
comment,
and don't forget to
subscribe down below.
Subscribe here. And also follow us on Lawyers Helping Each Other on Instagram. That's where we are constantly posting. Okay, bye from Lamu Tamu.